Hey you guys, welcome back to my page. I'm Laura with Chocolate to Chocolate Designs. Please say hello when you join on the video. Go ahead and type in the keyword for me. As soon as I give that to you, that's going to give you a supply list for all the things that we're using to make this project tonight, along with information you can click through there and grab at your leisure. It's all free information, y'all. In just a second, I'm going to give you that keyword, and we're going to talk a little bit tonight about Club Couture and our May Club project, because I just love this one. So many different ideas with it, and I cannot wait to create with it again, okay? So May is the keyword. Type that in there for me. And if you see a red live button up here right now, you are catching live. If you don't see that up there right now, then that does mean that you're catching the replay. So put exclamation point replay in the comments for me. Let me know that you've seen the video, that you, you've watched it, y'all. And it also helps to keep my video up there in the feed so more and more people will see it, okay? All right. Let me find my friends here so I can say hi to everybody. I see Miss Darlene. Hello, Roseanne. Hi, Lisa Marie. I see a few of you guys jumping on here. Wow. I actually got this pulled up fairly quickly today. Good evening, everybody. Hey, Kim. Hey, Brenda. Hello, Lori. Hi, Leanne and Joni. How are you guys doing tonight? All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about Club Couture. What is Club Couture? Hi, Wendy and Florine and everybody. Y'all, you guys are awesome. What is Club Couture? Club Couture is an amazing craft subscription where every single month you get an exclusive transfer mailed right to your door, along with a surface that coordinates and colors that coordinate, okay? In your first month, you're also going to get a mini squeegee to help you out with your project. If you are a Perks member first, then you are going to get a 30% discount on your Club Couture subscription, which is absolutely amazing. So let's go ahead and dive into this after I say hi to a couple more friends here. Hi, Bonda. Hi, Lola. Hello, Linda. Hi, Kathy and Tammy. Hi, Hope. How is everybody today? Hi, Dale. I think I see you in there too somewhere. It doesn't let me scroll all the way, you guys. Hi, Dottie. Hello, Cynthia. Hello, Sissy and Maxine and Lisa. Hi, Deb and Wanda Kay. Hello, Joanne and Lisa. I see so many people. Hi, Mary Teresa. Hello, Carol and Corey. All right, you guys. So this is our Club Couture subscription for the month of May. This is exclusive for this month. As soon as May is over, we switch to June, and this kit is no longer available. It is a subscription, and that's the only month you can get it. Okay? So come the end of this month, it is gone forever. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Pam. Hello, Holly. So let's look inside this box here, this envelope. And the first thing you're going to get is this exclusive transfer we absolutely love. It's called Heart of Paris. Okay, now on the back it does say April. We had to flip-flop our clubs for 1 month because something didn't come in on time. But this is actually the May 1 Heart of Paris. And it's gorgeous. Hi, Melinda. And then inside this package you are also going to get how many is in here? A 6-pack of tags, and then 3 amazing colors that really do go well together: espresso, nominee, and eucalyptus to do this project. Now we did ours already, and I'll show you guys how ours turned out. I didn't quite finish all of them, but ours turned out just like this. They're so stinking cute. Little luggage tags you can put on your luggage, or little tags you can put on anything, really. They're absolutely beautiful, and I just love them so, so, so much. But you guys, we're going to do something else with this tonight. We're going to do something different, and I think you guys are really, really going to enjoy this project because I put a lot of time and thought into it. You got April. You got it in April. Oh, my gosh. You guys, and somebody else got their June already, and they were supposed to not get June. So I don't know what's going on. But that's the one for May. Hi, Janice. Hello, everybody. All right, so here we go, you guys. I went to Hobby Lobby again. I love Hobby Lobby. I love the surfaces at Hobby Lobby. Friend of yours is in Paris right now for her anniversary. Oh, I love that for her. I would love to go to Paris someday. And at Hobby Lobby, I found this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous frame. Now, from the wood pile section. Retail at $7.49, and it was 40% off. Really inexpensive. Hi, Rachel. And I thought that this was just so stinking cute. So we're going to start with this piece tonight. And I actually want to start by doing the outside edge of this before we do the inside. And you'll see why we're going to do that in just a little bit. Now, I had a problem tonight trying to figure out this project because there are so many embellishments that you can put with Paris. Really, anything blingy. Really. Hi, Michelle. And I do love some bling. So let's go ahead and just start off really quickly, if I can. I'm not even going to tape it, you guys. We're just going to be careful. We're going to be careful, and I can go in and touch it up a little bit later if I need to touch it up. But we are going to need that tape. All right, so I'm just going to lay down some paper because my table gets so messy when I'm painting all the time, and it also makes it easier for me to move my surface around. May is the key word. You guys type in May in the comments there. And I'm going to grab a little bit of this tape, and we're going to start taping off our edges in stripes. Okay, so we're actually going to make, oh, and I don't even need much at all. And I don't think I'm going to go over the edge. I'm just going to do the front of this. So we're going to take a piece of tape there right. Let's start at the peak at the top. That way we know we're centered. And I'm just going to take a bunch of pieces of tape here. I'm going to use this one as a guide for my next piece. And we're going to kind of curve them right here. So you guys, I don't know if I told you or not, but my daughter's friend did stay with us for the last 2 days. She did go home today. But she got excited because they were able to get her room and her new house all put together today. So she wanted to go home and enjoy that a little bit. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her. But we did take her in for a couple of days this week. And it looks like they're just going to have her finish school next week. And she'll be done for the year. My daughter's very, very, very sad about it because she's going to miss her friend. And they are best friends, you guys. So it was fun having her here, though. Allie had a blast. All right, I'm just using that kind of as a guide. It doesn't have to be perfect. Hi, Cassie. See, now I think I want these ones straight. And we'll come back and we'll put those down a little bit better here in just a minute. So I'm just trying to get this edge to where I've got fairly even lines going through here. Hi, Donna. And it's going to use quite a bit of tape, but that's okay. Completely okay. Hi, Diane and Nancy. May is the key word, you guys. I'm just going to go with this one right here. Right there. Oh my gosh, Carol, thanks for starting the Stars Party, girl. So appreciate you. And this is, we're going to do that black and white checkered look on here. They do seem to work out best for everybody. They sure do. And I think I figured out, you guys, I have been so extremely tired lately. Like more than usual. And I think I figured out why. And it's my fault. I have not been eating like I should be eating, y'all. Yesterday I woke up, I was well rested, and I got up and I had a plate with some eggs and felt great throughout the remainder of the day. And then today I got up, I didn't eat anything until afternoon, and by 5 o'clock I had like crashed. So I have not been taking care of myself like I should be, and I really got to get better at that. I'm going to move this one up a little bit, just so we've got that square right there. So I got to get better. I got to get better, you guys. I get so busy I just forget to eat sometimes. It's not good. So I end up taking another nap today. You dozed off at the wheel while driving? Same boat, girl. I'm so exhausted when I'm under a lot of stress. Even doze. Oh my gosh, girl. No, that's not okay. You cannot doze off while driving. All right, we're getting there, you guys. We're making progress. This is going to be so awesome. I know, Sandy. Like I said, yesterday I got up and I had some eggs and I was munching on stuff all day long and I felt fantastic. And then today I did not and felt horrible all day long. And as soon as I ate something with sugar, it was like I had a sugar crash. Believe me, it's not in my intention. Oh, right here, it's kind of like, it goes in an area where, ooh, how are we going to split this? You know what I think I'm going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's go like this. And then I'm just going to wiggle all of these over a little bit. And we're going to call that good. So we're making a club project tonight, and we're just gonna have to go with it and see how. But I had to get all this tape on here first, and then we can get these edges nice and pushed down, and we can start painting. I just wanted to really lay this out, you guys. That checkered pattern with Paris is so incredibly popular, and so I wanted to do that tonight. And I know you guys have seen some people that freestyle the checkered stuff. I don't want to do that because I am not a freestyle painter by any means. So we're just going to stick down all of our tape. All right, you guys, we're ready. Now let's go, and I could have done that ahead of time. Now let's go ahead and take our black ink by Waverly. It is sad when your best friend moves away. Allison was so disappointed today, and she did not want her friend to go. And then she blamed herself. She's like, I came home hungry, and then she wanted to leave because I wasn't down there playing with her. And I'm like, no, girl. Her mom sent me a message that she was coming to get her way before you sat down to eat. Oh! Where's the brush that I was just looking at? You got, oh, there it is. All right. All right, so we're just going to take a flat and somewhat stiff paintbrush, and we're going to fill in all of these areas. I'm going to try to keep it just on the top portion and not going along or down the sides at all. And we're going to fill in all of these areas and paint this frame so that it's got black and white checks, and the white is just going to be the white that it started with. Hi, Shannon. But we're going to paint fairly carefully. It doesn't have to be perfect. Hi, Linda. But you guys, I think you're going to love this project when it's done. You got fitted for denture, or should we have them by June? I've been without teeth since February. Well, that's a long time to go without teeth, girl. That's exciting, though. Oh, I think once we remove this is going to look amazing. All right. Here we go, just painting all of these in. Like I said, I'm trying hard not to go off the sides and just keep this black and white right on the top, since I didn't paint my sides. Perfectly imperfect, yes. I might not be the best at perfectly imperfect, though. But I can always touch it up if it's not. I think this is going to look fantastic. And I also want to stay away from the inside of this board as much as I can. If you got any insight on the books heat transfer coming back, you need 2 more. It is coming back. It is coming back, and it's set to restock by the end of the month. I do know that the heat transfers that had sold out for the spring collection were all reordered and due back by the end of this month. So yes, you were falling asleep on Misty's live. Oh, Roseanne, I get it if you got to go to bed though. I do get it. My lives are very late. I'm hoping most of you guys are now like relaxing and just taking it easy. So you guys, Evan, that little dude, my little man, y'all, he wore his suit to school today. He is in love with this suit. And he wants to wear it all the time. And so he wore it to school today and dressed up sharp, y'all. I haven't heard about that. I would love to hear some great news, Christina. I love me some great news. And y'all, I just realized that next weekend is Memorial Day weekend. I thought we had another weekend before. And so it looks like we're going to be going to visit my mother-in-law. And I haven't seen her since our trip when she came down here to watch the kids. She lives 3.5 hours away, so I think we're going to go up there and visit with her. And when John called her and asked her if we could come up, she was so excited that we wanted to come visit her. So excited. So I wonder if Evan will wear a suit to go see Grandma. He just might, y'all. All right, we're getting there. We're getting somewhere. I thought about taping this off before my live, and I was like, but then they're not going to see what the frame looks like all the way. Yes, I miss my mother-in-law. You guys, I was actually just thinking about something. So I've been watching that. Have any of you guys done like the Dave Ramsey, son wore a suit jacket with a bow tie and kilt for grade 1, suit jacket, Harley Davidson shirt. Aw. But an appliance palette was adorable. What was I saying? Gosh, I lose my train of thought so fast. Y'all, I lose my I have to watch the replay. Oh no! I get sidetracked so easily. I started asking, have you ever? And now I forgot already. Oh yeah, Dave Ramsey. Thank you. I've been following this Dave Ramsey, and because John and we've got a little bit of debt, not extreme, but I want to get out of it, and I want to be debt free and financially successful and all of those things for the rest of my life. So we've kind of been following this Dave Ramsey thing, and trying to get things paid off and all of that. And I forgot where I was going with the conversation. Completely forgot. Wow, I'm losing my mind today. Oh yeah, I was watching this thing, and he's talking about how you did the Dave Ramsey financial course. So I'm not doing the course. I'm just listening to all of his reels on Facebook, and just trying to do better and live better. But you did that class through your church, so I lost it again. Paid off all your debt in about 7 years. That is awesome. Oh, so he's talking about, like, I think you guys know, like, John and I are not married, right? We're not married. We are not. We have 2 kids together. We've been together for 15 years. And I know that that's a big thing that that Dave Ramsey talks about is, like, you get married before you get a house. And I was watching one of these reels, and he's like, and the reason why is because if something happens to your spouse, now all of a sudden, you are stuck in a mortgage with their mother. And I'm like, you know what? I have the most awesome mother-in-law in the world, and I would be okay with that. God forbid anything happened to John. Do the course if you can. If I can. If I can. Like, I don't have that worry about being in debt or being into anything with her. Okay, you guys, I finally got it painted. I'm going to give this a good blow dry real quick to get all of that Waverly chalk paint dried up. And it doesn't take long because it's chalk paint, y'all. And then we can pull up all of our pieces. And we can see how it is. Carol, I won't read the book. I am right now, every time I get a chance to lay down and read, I'm reading the Wings of Fire thing to make my daughter happy. All right, y'all, we're going to pull this up. And I know right now it kind of looks, I don't know. Not perfect yet, but it will be. Oh, I love the black and white check. And taping it off makes it, in my opinion, so much easier. It's a lot of writing. See, to me, that's so much easier. So much easier when you tape it off. And then I got black paint all over my hands. So listen, we got that part done and it looks fantastic. See, and I'm watching the videos, but just the real parts. I love listening to him tell people like how it is. And then I'm like, you know, I should probably take that advice too, and I don't. But I'm making strides forward. All right, you guys. So there's the black. Oh my gosh. Once I held it up, that's a whole nother level. And I was able to avoid my sides for the most part. I can probably clean some of that up a little bit. But I think that looks fantastic. Now, last time we did something similar to this, I didn't have the right paintbrush that I wanted. But I did go and buy one. I actually bought 2. And now I got to find them. Why do I always struggle to find paintbrushes, you guys? Why do I always struggle? Here it is. Here's both of them. All right, so we've got these paintbrushes that are just long and thin. And we're going to do the exact same thing as what we tried. How are the napkin bundles going? I still have plenty. I think I've only sold about half of them, and they were $40 to start off with. All right, so we're going to use this stuff called Folk Art Treasure Gold and a really, really, really thin, fine paintbrush. These are called, I think it's called a signature brush, an X-liner brush. And we're just going to take up some gold paint right on this brush. And I feel like I'm kind of doing this backwards, but I need to because of when I do the inside of this, okay? And I just want to take this brush and give a gold accent stripe by each one of these. And it's just going to be a thin stripe between the black and the white to really make this pop. Were you serious? You're not married to John? How do you have a... Well, I call her my mother-in-law. It's John's mom. We've been together for a long time. We are not married. Never got married. And there are personal reasons for that, you guys. It's nothing about... A lot of it had to do with just the death of my dad and the timing of everything. And it just didn't happen. But no, we are not. I have a different last name than my kids. And we live as though we are. Common law marriage is 7 years, and it doesn't exist here in the state, unfortunately. I call her mom. She is my mom. Don't judge, you guys. Don't judge. Because you don't know my story completely. What's that? God's eyes, yes, that's right. That's right. We are so happy together, you guys. We really are. John and I we're made for each other, without a doubt. All right, here we go. And his mom is just the best. She's one of my best friends, I would say. Send you a link for the napkin bundles. There you go. There is the link for the napkin bundles. Replied right to you. Yes, they are still available for anybody who wants them, and I can get them shipped out next day. All right, you guys, I know that this is a little bit tedious, but trust me, once we get this transfer on here and you see the whole thing come together, it's going to be so worth it. All right, can you guys see that gold stripe on there? Which side is it on? It's on this side. I think that looks so pretty. You're so right about that. We've got, like, I mean, you won't find two people who get along better than John and I. "15 years, and I think we've had one fight. That's it. One fight. And I don't even remember what it was about because it wasn't even important. Oh! Yo! Been with your boyfriend for 22 years. Holy cow. 10 liters of fluid removed from your... Oh my gosh. Son has grown together for 11 years and they are now Finally going to be getting married. Donna, I don't know. I don't know. That might be one of Bree's kits, though, not through the company. Send me a message and I'll figure out I'll find out what I can about it. We used to have a $5 magnet kit. 17 years he passed, otherwise we'd still be living together. Yeah, see? For us, we had plans, and then my dad got sick. And then when my dad got sick, and then I got pregnant, well, just after my dad passed away. While I was dealing with his estate. And it just kind of got pushed to the back burner. Hello, Kathy. Kathy, I sent you a message. Please respond. It's important. All right, you guys, we're just about there. This is the last little stripe. That turned out so much better doing this with this paintbrush than it did last time when I tried to freehand it with a smaller one. You guys, that looks fantastic. All right, so now that we've got our frame all prepped up, and ready to go, we can start working on the inside of this. Why am I not getting my perks? Donna, send me a message and I can take a look at your account. It might be that your card expired or something. We'll have to figure that out, okay? But I can definitely look into your account and at least, worst case scenario, contact customer support in the morning and get it figured out for you. But it may have paused if your card expired. Okay, glad you got it. All right, you guys, I got to get this nice and dried up. If it's not dried up and I touch it, I'm going to smudge it after all of that work. All you can think of is Alice in Wonderland. I think you're going to love how it turns out either way. And it looks so good. Okay, I think we got it nice and right. All right, you guys, so here's what we're going to do. We are actually going to combine a couple of different transfers tonight to make this work. So let me show you the two that we're going to use. The first one, of course, is going to be our May Club Couture one with the Eiffel Tower in there. And I just think that this is going to be so amazing. So if you're new, these are reusable silkscreen transfers. This one, oh, some of that wasn't dry, you guys. Right there. It got on my transfer piece. At least it was just the sleeve of it. At least it was just the sleeve. Hi, Dina. So there it is. This is only available in the month of May if you are a Club Couture subscriber. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay this out here. I want this Eiffel Tower right in the center. Right there. And then we're actually going to use a heat set transfer with this tonight. Okay? So this is the one. I think it's gorgeous. These do come in a 2-pack. I think I've only got one left in here. There might be 2 in here. I'm not sure. But this one is called the Looking Rosy Heat Transfer. Now, I've had some messages from some of you guys asking me if you can do sublimation on wood. And the answer is yes, it will work. But it will not be as vibrant sublimating on wood as it will be on a polyester surface. Okay, so this one is new. as it will be on a polyester surface, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to kind of cut these flowers out and lay them out on top of our transfer, kind of where we want them to be. And we're going to put down our flowers. You know what? Let's do those second. Yeah, we're going to do those second. But we're still going to cut them out. So I'm just kind of fussy cutting around it. We'll see how this all turns out. And we're going to use my mini iron tonight instead of my heat press because my heat press is way too big to fit inside here. So again, we're experimenting kind of tonight just to kind of see what's going to happen with it. And I think when we put these two together, it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. All right, let's see which ones we need. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start with this then. This is the Paris one. And the surface is super smooth, so I'm not going to add any surface wax to it first, just because I'm afraid that if I do, it might mess up the sublimation, okay? So we're just going to give this a really good fuzz with the fuzzing cloth. And then we're going to put our Eiffel Tower right in the middle of this piece and then kind of toward the top. I got to look to see if it's centered. I don't think that it was. There we go. I think this is going to look beautiful. All right, so we're going to start off with the color Shimmer Shadow, which is kind of like a black, but it's got this shimmery, glittery stuff inside that just makes it stand out even more. And so we're going to do just the Eiffel Tower with this first. Make sure to do a little extra time because I did one on one of their surfaces and it turned out okay. I will do that, Wendy. Okay, so we're just doing the tower with that Shimmer Shadow black color to match that black on the edges. And I'll do the words underneath it. I don't want the forks and spoons and all of that stuff on this one. And then we're going to pull a few more designs in here after we get our sublimation print down. All right, so let's see how this turned out. High heat white spray paint to try on some wood and metal surfaces and try the heat. Ooh, oh my gosh. You guys, I love this transfer. Look how beautiful that Eiffel Tower turns out and how detailed it is. Oh my goodness. Okay, I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it so far. So we're going to give this a nice good dry. This is going to be our focal point. Isn't that beautiful? Right there in the middle, and you can see the little shimmers in there. When you look close, it just kind of sparkles and shines a little bit. All right, so now we can go ahead and we can grab these little leafy patterns and or these flowers, and I want some of them to overlap and be on top of our design and some of it to not be. We're going to see how it works out to actually transfer over top of our paste. So I'm just going to kind of tuck this in the corner right here and then cut this off with an X-Acto knife first. Set that down there. Whoops. So I can get my knife out. And we'll use our heat to heat this up. Thank you. And we're going to bling this thing out. Trying to make sure that I'm not putting any tape anywhere. What best transfer are you using? So the one here that's got the Eiffel Tower is the one from Club Couture kit this month. Oh shucks, I didn't quite cut on the line there. Oh well. I cut off the line a little bit. I don't think that you'll see it very well. And we're just going to tape some different pieces down in some different spots. And then do our best to heat set all of these pieces right down on here. So let's cut out a few more. We're going to add those roses in there. I'm going to have some of these behind. Oh, I just found a good spot for that big one. The heat transfer, this one's called Looking Rosy. Looking Rosy heat transfer. And I'm just playing with the placement right now to see where I want these to go. I'm kind of fussy cutting the edge as much as I can. All right, I'm going to pull this one back up. I decided I don't like the placement of this one after all, because of where I want to put this one. We're going to have this one right here, right across the bottom of the tower itself. Hopefully this turns out, but I'm sure it's probably going to look a little bit distressed. And I'm going to see if I can cut this one a little bit better. Then I cut the last one. That's so much better. Okay, so just laying these on here wherever I feel like I want them to be. Hopefully I've not messed myself up. Carol, any thoughts so far? Is this gonna work out? Are we gonna have a good? I think I want to stick with just the roses. And then all of these extra pieces that I've got, I can put these on earrings or something else. Carol sent me a bunch of earrings that I can use. I think I just want one more small one on here. I don't want to overdo it, but I also want to fill in the space. All right, let's put this one here. So I don't have it taped all the way around. No, we're going to do something else up there in that spot. Okay, you guys, are we ready for this? Let's see how it looks let's see how it looks when we heat set this together, okay? So we're going to grab a little bit of parchment paper. I'm going to grab a brand new one. Might have to, yeah, I think I'm going to have to each one by themselves for sure. And I'm going to have to move my little, my heat thing around. And do, oh, come on, and then it turned off on me. So we're just going to press this one. And this has no time on it. It has no time on it. So we're just going to kind of guess and hope for the best. Because like I said, my heat press is way too big to go in here. Way too big. So we're just going to give it as much time as we possibly can. We can always lift it slowly. And I do have this thing set for the highest possible setting. And I'm just moving from one piece to the next. Set a timer. I don't have a timer. So I'm just going to go with it and kind of count in my head a little bit. Go a little longer than what I wanted to. So for everybody else, set a timer. I'm using a very, very small iron too. This is a very small iron. This is parchment paper, yep. How's my daughter's 3D printer going? I still haven't figured it out. I just don't have time. I moved too fast. We'll go back over it then. I don't have time to figure out the 3D printer. I have figured some of it out, but there is so much to these things that I just don't quite understand how to do all of the extra stuff that needs to be done to make it work. And my kids are always wanting something, and I'm like, look, if the file doesn't if it's not a ready to print file, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm trying to figure out so many other things. All at the same time. And still take them to all the places. Tomorrow night, our town is having a family fun night that the kids really want to go to. So we're going to try to take them to this family fun night thing through the school. And then I'm hoping I can find a babysitter for Saturday because John and I want to go to a comedy event that's going on right here in my time. Oh, Sandy, I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of water. Usually I'll get my energy drink about 7 o'clock. Have my daughter YouTube it. I should have her YouTube it. But then I won't let her touch my computer because it's my work computer. And she won't be able to run it from her laptop. I need to get her a computer that she can use just for doing those. Yeah, it's confusing. It's confusing for sure. All right, I probably moved too fast. No, I don't think that I did. I think it's going to turn out just fine, you guys. I don't think I saw your question, Donna. Can you put it in there again? It is parchment paper, yes. I'm just using parchment paper on top of the designs. and then pressing them down as much as I can. And I feel like I just missed a whole bunch of this one. Heat effect warning for Arizona. Seriously, 96. Oh my gosh. Pam, that's hot. We're supposed to get 80 on Saturday, and I'm so excited. You got a screen printer 2 Christmases ago and still haven't taken it out of the box. We've printed a couple of things with ours. Evan wants me to make him, wants me to print him, like, their roll-up things for the toothpaste. So that you can put the toothpaste in there, and then it rolls the toothpaste to the end, so that you're not squeezing in the middle. That's what he really wants me to make for him right now. All right, you guys, then we've got this big one over here to do. And I think it's going to work out just fine. Fine and dandy. Oh, yeah. Like the Kool-Aid man. Oh, yeah. Ohio is 90 on Monday. That's my kind of weather, you guys. Today it was like 67 and I was still too cold. So I'm not trying to move this thing around. We're just kind of lifting and moving it to a different spot. Grandchildren use their laptop for their crafting time. Since mine has a password and it's locked. So they're not available to use without permission and without me being present. I love that, Linda. My kids have their own tablets, but their tablets are like cheap kids' tablets that have a lot of restrictions to them. And Allison uses hers. Me too, Kim. Me too. Allison uses hers for a program called Ibis Paint. And she's teaching herself to do digital, like, graphic design. And she's amazing at it. Absolutely amazing at it. And she'll be on there all day long. I don't know, Donna. The big press that I got as a Christmas present. I think that they're like $150. I think. Maybe a little bit more. I think it also depends on where you get it. Okay, you guys, we are almost done pressing these on here. We'll see how it goes. But I think it's going to look great. And I might be moving it too fast. But for the pieces that I took a sneak peek at, yeah, we've got this going on. Last a little bit. Okay, you guys, let's take a look at how it turned out with the heat transfers, okay? With the heat transfers, let's go ahead and start with the one on the bottom that we did first. Are you guys ready for the reveal? Turned out fantastic. You guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you guys. That turned out really, really well with those heat set transfers. I think that looks beautiful. All right, so now we're going to move back over to our actual transfer again. And I want to add some of these other pieces on here. That's why I didn't spray this yet. So we've got this part here that says Paris. And I definitely want... Oh, you know what? Let's do the cartel postel right here. Right at the bottom. And try to get this, because that right there is going to fill in that space really, really, really well. And instead of using black this time, we're going to use gold, the Nominee Gold. And it's gonna be fainter than that Eiffel Tower, but it's also gonna bring out the gold in that frame that we did. So Nominee for this. Thank you, you guys. We're gonna do Nominee for these words here. And we're just going to put some of these words around the transfers in different spots to give that postage look. And all of those extra spaces. Thank you. Oh, the more I do to it, the more I love this project. The more I do, the more I absolutely love it. Do you guys love the May Club Couture now that you're seeing it done in a different way? Because, oh, I have charms too, Carol. Because I am so loving how this is turning out tonight. All right, we're going to put Paris up here and all of these words at the top. Thank you. And just moving it around in different places. Now I got to be careful because that's starting to pull up over here. I want to make sure that I get that nice and pressed down into that corner. Oh, I hope I don't end up with an air bubble, but I just might. And I want to avoid that key. I don't want the key. Thank you. Oh, it didn't smudge. Yes. Thank you. I see a tray chic in there. All right, I'm going to dry this real quick and then we're going to add a few more. Do you guys see why I wanted to do the frame the way that I did now? Thank you, Teresa. It's all about placement and where you put things and how you do it. But for those of you asking if you can do the heat set transfers on wood, you absolutely can. If this was on a t-shirt or something that was polyester, those flowers would be, it has not been claimed yet, then those flowers would be more vibrant. But I kind of like the fact that it's not so vibrant right now. All right, I'm trying to figure out We're going to put this word Paris right up here. And I'm just going to use some stuff to fill in some empty spaces. Because what I don't want is a bunch of empty space on here, where we could have these little bits of words and pieces of things. I'm going to put this one right over top of that flower there and kind of layer it a little bit. All right. I think we're going to do one more postage up there. With this sheet, yes, you sure could. I just want this little postage stamp one more time up here. Just the postage stamp. Oh my goodness. All right, I think we're done with not as vibrant. If it's the frame and transfer, much better that way. I think so too. I think so too. I think you're absolutely right for this particular project. Now you guys, we're going to add some embellishments to this as well. I love how this piece turned out. Absolutely love, 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 love how this piece turned out. So don't be afraid to just use... You're early, girl. We're almost done. But I've got some embellishment pieces that I want to throw on here. Don't be afraid to pick just different little pieces of your project and pick it apart and just use it where you want to use it at. But I also want to add, and I know you guys, it could be perfect just as it is right now, right? It could be. It absolutely could be. But let's go ahead and add just a few things, maybe. Because to me, little bits of detail to make something pop always, I don't know, just add an extra little element to it. Maybe we'll love it, maybe we won't. But let's see what we can make happen here. All right, so I have a couple of things over here that I thought maybe we'll try and see how it'll go. I have some butterflies. And these butterflies are from the Paper Studio. And I have a couple of them here that have got the pink and the black in there together. And I thought putting some little butterflies on here. And they're stickers, you guys. They're stickers. Yes! Gallery quality. I love that. Okay, you guys, the butterflies are a definite yes. And I have 3 pink ones. Actually, I've got one more. I've got another package over here, though. But I want all of these to be fairly high. And I thought about that too, Sandy, about putting crackled wood, the crack on it, and doing that as well. I just figured for time's sake, I didn't know how much time we had. All right, there's a couple of butterflies. You really cannot over bling something like this. You really can't. Now, I don't know if I want to do paper flowers. I think the answer is probably no on the paper flowers. I'm still trying to figure it out, you guys, what embellishments I want on here. Oh, that's right. I found these things. Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot. How about one little pink bow right on the Eiffel Tower itself? And you guys, I think that with the butterflies on here and that one little bow on the tower is going to be it. Like any more than that, and it's almost too much. I don't think that I need... I had some rhinestone pretty crowns, and I had some of these black and gold bows, but I think that this pink one right here is just, this is going to be the one. I think this is going to be the one. Maybe at the top of the arch put the embellishment. I think that's going to cover up my Paris. Like I said, these are just stickers. These are just stickers, and they can be taken off or they can be glued on. But you guys, for a little bit of added extra touch. You don't like the bow, Pam? I do like the bow. But it's completely up to you guys. Like I said, it's just a sticker. Just a sticker. And if you didn't like that bow and you wanted something different, you could always go with like a chevron ribbon or chiffon or whatever you call this. Because that might make it a little bit more flowy. Do we like this one better? It's just a sticker, you guys. No bow. Okay. No bow then. Just like this. And it's absolutely perfect. All right, you guys. So that is it then. You like the bright pink? So to each their own. To each their own. That did leave a little bit of a sticker bit right there, but it's going to come off. I just got to rub at it a little bit. Yeah, there it goes. It's off. Wrap the chiffon around it. And then I think it's going to cover up some of this. You like the light pink bow? Instead of the dark one? I mean, you guys can do it up whichever way you want to. There it is with the bow, with the light pink one. However you guys want to do it, but you can always add more embellishments. You can take more off. You could add rhinestones to it. You could do, like, you could add some Mod Podge to the flowers and then put a little bit of extra fine glitter right on the flowers to make those sparkle. There are so many different things that you can do with this, but right now I'm loving it just how it is. The bow on top of the frame. Maybe, you guys, there are so many things. There are so many things that could be done with this. But there we have it, you guys. There's our project for tonight. I hope that you guys love this. I hope it gives you another idea for something that you can do with your Club Couture kit for this month. I think it's spectacular. You could also do a couple of smaller frames next to it that have got the bicycle on there and add the same flowers to the bicycle basket and turn this into more than just one piece and have yourself an entire... There's a word for that, for what I'm thinking. Yeah, a set. You can have a whole set of these all together and looking gorgeous with the extra pieces that are on there. I think it looks great, you guys. This is probably one of my favorite pieces I've done in a long time. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, this is May's Club Couture project. This transfer is only available in the month of May. If you're not yet a club subscriber and you want to join club, I do recommend joining Perks first so that you get 30% discount site-wide all the time, every single day. And I'll see you guys back here again on Sunday. Thursday is my last night for the week. You guys are fantastic. Vignette. Yes, that's what I was looking at. Or vignette. Vignette. Yes, that's the word. Thanks so much. You guys are fantastic. I love you all so much. And I'll see you guys back here very, very soon. Thanks again for watching. Bye, everybody. Have a good night.